Hey guys, Future Showmaster here, editing this video. Wanted to come back and let you guys know for this series going to be a little bit different from the Houston Dynasty series. I'm planning on uploading this one a little bit less frequently, but we're going to try a longer video format with like 3 to 4 games in each video. This video is only going to have week 1 just because we had the intro and the off season and stuff. But moving forward, we're going to be doing longer videos with 3 to 4 games, maybe more. Just depends on how the video length ends up. But I just wanted to try that out and see what format you guys like better. And if you like it, maybe we carry it over to the main series at some point. But anyways, let's get right into this one. What's going on, guys? Welcome to a brand new Dynasty series. We're taking over a much lower caliber program and trying to build up our coach from the ground up. So what's different about this series from the Houston series? Well, number one, we're starting off at coaching level 1 instead of 20, and we're running with the normal progression rate, so not going to be blowing through the rankings week after week and getting all the coaching upgrades all at once. We're going to be starting from, like I said, a lower tier team with Toledo, and in honor of Nick Saban retiring, greatest coach of all time, we're going to start where his head coaching career started, taking over the Toledo Rockets. And we're not necessarily going to take the same coaching path that he did, but just in honor of him, I wanted to start with Toledo. So we're going to go through and do the preseason here real quick, and then we'll jump into week 1. So recruiting in this series is going to be a lot more difficult than it has been in the Houston series. We've got a bunch of restrictions that I'm putting on myself for this, not to mention we can't 100% scout every player every single time, so we're going to have to get those coaching upgrades in order to be able to do that. So right now we've only got 25% scouting reports on all these guys, so not going to go through and show you all of each individual player, but basically I'm only going to be able to recruit 3-star recruits until we win a bowl game, and then after we win a bowl game we'll be able to recruit 4-star guys. And then as soon as we have our first 10-win season, then we will be able to recruit 5-star guys. And I don't think that's going to be an issue here early on anyway, because none of those guys, I mean, I did see a couple of 4-star guys that had some interest, but for the most part it's going to be 3-star and lower anyway for the first season or two. But yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the key guys we're looking for here. In terms of team needs on offense, all we really have right now is a fullback that we need. We don't have any fullbacks on the roster right now, and I'm not 100% sure we'll be even really adding one. But on defense, we have a need for 1 defensive end and 3 outside linebackers. So we're really short on outside linebackers. Going to be a huge need. Luckily, that's the position that we had the most people interested in. We had like 10 or something outside linebackers showing interest. So once we get some more scouting on those guys, then we'll be able to narrow that down as to who we want to add to the team. So there are a few guys that show some early promise here, starting with Ian Laufenberg at defensive end. He's scouted up 3 points so far to a 70, and then he is a 6'6", 242 pounder, so a big presence there on the defensive end, run stopping type of guy. Going to be trying to go for him unless something horrible goes wrong in the scouting. So we've got Corey Henley, 70 overall athlete for right now. He scouted up 4 points so far. One thing that I noticed, 83 speed and 99 juke move, probably going to be some sort of halfback or receiver type of thing, definitely not a quarterback, so we know that much. But as we scout him a little bit more, we'll be able to narrow that down. A little bit of promise so far out of fullback Quincy Wallace, going to be looking to probably recruit him a little bit since we do have a need at that position. As far as young quarterbacks go, Christian Stryker really stood out to me. He's a 69 overall so far, +1. He's got pretty good elusiveness, and the throw power is at 88, so that's really good. He's a 6'5", 223-pound scrambler. Really love that. The only problem is he has no interest in our team, so hopefully we can get in early with him and start spending all our points going after him. But that's pretty much it for recruiting early on. Like I said, we don't have all the scouting information yet, so can't really determine too much there. So in terms of the depth chart, there's a lot of bright spots on this team. Sophomore quarterback Daquan Finn's an 81 overall already. He's got pretty good running ability, 82 speed. And then in terms of his throwing ability, he's 79 on throw power and 80 on throw accuracy. So That's hopefully only going to go up. The only issue is, if something happens, he gets hurt, then we're left with freshman quarterback Tucker Gleason, who doesn't necessarily have the same type of promise that Daquan Finn does, but I'm definitely excited to use this guy. I think he's going to be great in terms of leading the team the next few years. We've also got sophomore running back Jaquez Stewart, who's only a 75 overall. None of our running backs really stood out to me as being particularly great, so we're probably going to be leaning on the passing game quite a bit, considering that at wide receiver we do have Jerwan Newton as a sophomore. We also have got Devin Maddox and Demir Blankhamsey. So we've got a lot of actually pretty solid receivers on the team. So I'm thinking we're probably going to run sort of a pass-heavy offense. So we'll take a look at that in a little bit. Nothing too crazy at tight end. The O-line is sort of average. Right tackle Nick Rossi is actually a bright spot on the O-line, but that's pretty much it. On defense, we've got Jamal Hines as an 81 overall. He's a senior. And then we've got defensive tackles for days. We got some pretty good defensive tackles, especially Desjuan Johnson. And then at outside linebacker, our biggest hole in the roster, senior Rourke Freeberg is only a 71 overall. He's going to be starting on the left side. We've got actually a pretty good middle linebacker with Dallas Gant, sort of the leader of this defense. And then on the other side, we've got an 81 overall Deontay Johnson, which is not too bad. Defensive back is probably our best player on the team, is Quinion Mitchell, the sophomore, 92 overall. Going to be a great player for us for the next 3 seasons. So hopefully he can rack up the interceptions and play some lockdown man coverage for us. At the safety position, we've got sophomore Maxon Hook. We got a lot of really good sophomores on this team, which is exciting. We've got Nate Bauer at the strong safety position. And then, pretty average punter and kicker. Returning kicks is going to be Quinion Mitchell, that beastly defensive back. So that's pretty much it for the depth chart. So here's our schedule heading into Season 1. Our opening game is going to be at Florida, which is unfortunate. But when you're playing as one of these Group of 5 teams, you're probably going to have a couple of these type of games. We're going to be at home against an FCS opponent, which should be a nice tune-up game for us. And then our other out-of-conference game is at home against Navy. So not too bad there. The rest of the games are conference games. We've got a tough 3-game road stretch here in weeks 5 through 7. But after that, it's going to be pretty much back and forth. So that's the schedule for this season. So with that, we're going to head straight into our Week 1 matchup, taking on Florida in the Swamp. Definitely not going to be a particularly easy matchup. We've got pretty much a disadvantage in terms of all of our ratings. But you never know what could happen. Maybe we come out on fire and end up dominating. Probably not going to happen, but let's go ahead and jump into the highlights and see how it turns out. Here we go, guys. New series underway. We're taking on the Gators in the Swamp. Let's go ahead and get right to it, see how our team looks. Florida gets the ball first. 1st and 10 on their opening drive. Johnson Jr. finds a hole, trucks a defender, gets spun around and brought down after a gain of 26 yards. Good start to the game for Florida. On 3rd down and 3, Mertz dropping back to pass. He's under pressure, evades the sack, but he's going to go down for a loss of 8. And Florida would end up punting a little too far for a field goal there. We get the ball to start our first possession. That pass on 3rd down is off the mark. And we're going to go 3 and out on our opening drive. So not the greatest start there on offense, but defense looking all right. Run on the play. That one's going to be Johnson Jr. again, breaking tackles left and right. Finally gets tripped up after a gain of 38. He would have a huge game today, Montrell Johnson Jr. But this time it's Travis Etienne. He's able to get in for the touchdown from about 12 yards out, and Florida's going to go up 7-0 early in this first quarter. Next possession for us, opening kickoff after the touchdown. Mitchell finds a lane down the right sideline and gets tripped up near the 50, but a great punt return, great field position to start this next drive for our offense. Finn rolling out right on 3rd down and 7, going to take off himself and gets the first down, gets out of bounds. First down of the game for our offense. 3rd down and 7, need another one of those. Finn calling the shots out there in the pistol formation. Pass over the middle to Blankhamsey was on target, but he was not able to hold on to it. That's going to bring up a 4th and 7. A little bit too far for a field goal, too close to punt. Going to go for it. Blankhamsey with another drop. He was brought down short anyway. Florida going to take over on downs. On 3rd and 2, Johnson Jr. slips the tackle and is able to get 7 yards and convert, moving the chains for the Gators. 1st down and 10, next play, Johnson Jr. bounces it to the outside, breaks a tackle, slips another one. He's just breaking tackles left and right and finally brought down around the 23-yard line. Mertz dropping back to pass on 3rd down and 11, screen pass to Johnson Jr. This time he's going to be tripped up short of the first. It's going to be 4th and 6, and the Gators are going to attempt a field goal here, and that one is straight down the middle. So Florida out to a good 10-0 lead here late in the first quarter. Next possession for our offense, Finn going out left to Maddox is complete, who slips a tackle and gets our first big pass completion of the season, 21 yards on the play. 3rd down and 5 near midfield, Stewart up the middle, able to get the first down, gain of 7. Jaquez Stewart, starting running back for our team, get used to hearing that name. 1st down and 10 on the next play, option, pitch out to Blankumsey, who's got a lane down the right side, he's got speed. Slips the tackle and he's into the end zone for a 42-yard touchdown, first score of the season for our offense, and it was a big one. 10-7 the score now. We lose the scoreboard, and at this point, until halftime, I had no idea what the score was, what the time was. So I was just hoping that we didn't run out of time here in the second quarter. Big first down there for us, but I have no idea what down it is on these highlights, so bear with me. Looks like a short yardage situation here. Finn's going to roll out right and find Newton over the middle for a gain of 17. Trying to get into the end zone once again. Option handoff. Stewart makes a move and cuts it inside. Breaks a tackle, and he's brought down at the 4-yard line after a big gain on the ground. That's going to be a 1st and goal for us. Option keeper for Finn on the next play. He's able to... No, not quite there. He's going to go down just shy of the goal line. And on 4th down and goal, we're going to go for it from about a yard out. And Finn is able to take it in on the quarterback sneak. And we're going to take a 14-10 lead. After going down 10-0 early, we've got the lead on the road here against the Gators. Next drive for Florida, Mertz dropping back to pass. Complete out left to Zanders, and he's able to take it 20 yards before he's brought down the left sideline there. Mertz under center again. This time it's a handoff outside to Johnson Jr., who gets the edge, missed tackle, gets a block, and he's going to take it all the way to the end zone. 36 yards on the touchdown. And that didn't last long. Florida back on top, 17-10 now after the touchdown. We've got a nondescript amount of time left in the second quarter. Just hope that we don't run out of time. Pass out right to Maddox is complete on 3rd down, but it's going to be a loss of 1. And we're going to have to punt the ball back to the Gators. Defense trying to hold them, trying to get the ball back so we can have a chance to get some more points on the board before halftime. And that 3rd down play is going to be stopped short. Florida would end up punting the ball back to us. So we're going to have to hurry up here, at least I think so. Finn over the middle to Blankham. He's complete. Missed tackle by the Gators, and he's got a lane down the middle of the field. Not quite enough speed to break free, but he gets down to about the 10-yard line. And on 3rd down and goal from about 3 yards out, the drag routes got bumped, and he's going to go down for a loss of 11 on the sack. And we're going to kick a field goal, end up going into halftime tied up at 17. So great first half for the team. Staying with the Gators here. The differential in overall is actually not that big. I think we're a 79 overall team, and they're an 83. So not quite as big of a differential as I thought headed into the season. But Finn's going to take off here on 3rd and 19, and the man-to-man coverage left a wide open hole on the right side. He takes it 30 yards and steps out of bounds. What a play by the quarterback. 1st down and 10, option keeper for Finn. Taking it out left, able to break a tackle and breaks free here. Gets tripped up, but not till he gets 36 yards. 2 big runs by the quarterback sets us up in great scoring position here. And on play action, he's going to lob one to the end zone. Got a man open. It's Zyros, and he's going to haul it in for a 19-yard touchdown. Not the prettiest spiral there, but it was right on the money for the wide receiver, who was wide open in the end zone. 3rd down and 4 for the Gators. Pass over the middle to Burke is complete. He stiff arms his way forward for just enough to get the first down. Gators able to convert. 2nd down and 10. Graham Mertz in the shotgun. Hands it off to Johnson Jr., who cuts back upfield. Picks up 10 yards and gets another first down. Big time game for him. He's approaching 200 yards on the game running the ball. ETN this time up the middle finds a hole. He's going to take it to the 15 for a gain of 17 yards. Gators trying to get in there and tie this game up once again. 3rd down and 10. Mertz in the shotgun looking to pass. It looks like it's a screen pass. We're all over it. Johnson Jr. gets brought down for a loss of 5, and Florida is going to have to take another field goal here. This one up and good, and that's going to make the score 24-20. We've still got the lead. 3rd down and 1. Handoff up the middle. Stewart able to get 4 or 5 yards there to get the first down. Keep the drive alive. 2nd down and 11 later on in the drive. Finn dropping back to pass, rolling out right, looking over the middle, finds Newton. He's able to get it for a first down, breaks a tackle, gets across midfield to the 45 before he's brought down. 3rd down and 2, looking to make something happen. What a catch by Barkley on the left side. Put that ball in just the right spot to keep it away from the defense, and we're able to convert on another 3rd down. Another 3rd down here in this possession. Pass out left, should have been picked off. Lucky it wasn't. And that's going to bring up 4th down and long. We're going to try a 46-yard field goal, and it looks like our kicker has just the leg to make it. So this lead is back up to 7. 27-20 the score. Gators with the ball in the 4th quarter. Pass out left to Zanders is complete for 20 yards and another first down. 2nd down and 4. Mertz under center. Handoff on the draw play. Etienne breaks free down the left side. Luckily, we're able to make the tackle there on the left sideline, but not till he gets 9 yards and another first down. 2nd down and 7 inside the 10. Mertz handoff to Etienne. Breaks it outside. Able to break free and get into the end zone for an 8-yard touchdown. Hard-nosed run in there for Trevor Etienne. And that's going to be another Florida touchdown. 27 all here with 4 minutes left in the game. Finn going to take off himself on 3rd and 2. Breaks the tackle and gets 4 yards. Just enough to move the chains. Able to keep this drive alive. 3rd down and 2. Finn dropping back to pass. Hit as he throws, but Maddox can't hang on to the ball. It was right on target. But that's going to bring up a punting situation for us. So Florida, with 3 minutes left, trying to go down and win this game. Mertz out right to Douglas for a 10-yard first down play. Gators on the moves. 3rd down and 7 at the 50-yard line. Mertz on the handoff to Johnson on the draw play. He's going to go down for a 1-yard gain. That's a huge stop for our defense. We're going to have a chance now with the timeout to go down and score ourselves and win this game. Finn under pressure, going to go down for the sack on first down. We're going to run the clock down here, try to keep Florida from having any time to answer if we're not able to pick this up. But we're going to throw a 50-50 ball over the middle to Maddox, and somehow he hauls it in for a 30-yard gain. Unbelievable catch there late in the 4th quarter. Stewart's going to take it on the option handoff and get 12 yards there across midfield. And now we're in hurry-up mode trying to get into field goal range. 1st down and 10. Lob pass. The defender left him. Turner's open down the right sideline. He stiff arms all the way down to the 5 for a gain of 43. And the tight end making a huge play under a minute left in this game. 1st down and goal, trying to put it in the middle of the field for the kicker, but Kelly's going to take it to the end zone. We don't need a field goal. That's going to be a 4-yard touchdown. And we're going to take a 34-27 lead. Florida running out of time. 10 seconds left. Trying to get in the end zone. Mertz under pressure. He loses the ball, but Florida is able to pick it up and call a timeout with 5 seconds left on the clock. They're going to have one last shot to try to tie this game and send it to overtime. Mertz all day to throw. Going to launch one deep into a crowd, and it's batted down. And unbelievably, Toledo able to get the 7-point win on the road against Florida in the Swamp. What a win, what a game for DeQuan Finn, and this team is playing fired up to start this first season. 34-27 the score. This beautiful lob pass from Finn for the touchdown earlier in the game. We ended up outgaining them 435-377. No turnovers in the game by either team. Sound football, and we ended up somehow pulling off this upset. What a game. So that's going to do it for this one. In the next episode, we're going to be taking on FCS opponent Chattanooga at home for our first home game of the series. If you don't mind, leave a like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff for me. Let me know what you think about the series, about the idea for the series. Let me know if you want me to go in a different direction with it. What all ins and outs of the series you want to see. Do you want to see more into the recruiting? Do you want to see, top 25 matchups in this series? Just, give me your feedback. I really appreciate it. And we'll see you guys in the next episode for this game in Week 3 against Chattanooga.